In 1983, a single film changed European adult entertainment forever. But this wasn't Hollywood magic. This was the debut of a Polish refugee who had escaped communist oppression with nothing but ambition. Her name was Teresa Orlowski, and within 5 years, she would build one of the world's largest entertainment video companies, challenge industry norms, and become known as one of Europe's most successful female entrepreneurs in adult entertainment. But her real story isn't about femmes, about a woman who rewrote the rules of business, technology, and female agency in one of the world's most controversial industries. This is the untold story of how a veterinary assistant from communist Poland became Europe's first entertainment industry pioneer, and why her legacy extends far beyond the films she made. Teresa Orlowski was born on July 29, 1953, as Teresa Orłowska in Wrocław, Poland, and spent her childhood in Dębica, a small city near Tarnow. This was communist Poland, a place where dreams were rationed and borders were barriers. Teresa trained as a veterinary assistant, seemingly destined for a quiet life helping animals in rural Poland. But beneath that modest exterior burned an ambition that wouldn't be contained by geography or ideology. The year 1979 changed everything. She came to West Germany in 1979, making the dangerous decision to leave everything behind and start over in a foreign country. This wasn't just emigration, it was transformation. West Germany in 1979 was experiencing an economic boom, cultural liberalization, and a growing entertainment industry that would soon embrace bold new voices. Landing in Germany with no connections and limited resources, Teresa did what survivors Doshe adapted. She worked first in a nightclub in Wattenscheid, later in a bar at Duisburg Central Station. These weren't just jobs. They were her introduction to Germany's nightlife scene, where she discovered she had a magnetic presence that commanded attention. The underground club world of 1980s Germany was where dreams were born and fortunes made, and Teresa was about to meet the man who would change her destiny. In 1981, Teresa met Hans Moser, a German photographer and adult film director who would become both her husband and business partner. Their connection was immediate, part romantic chemistry, part professional recognition of each other's potential. She married actor and photographer Hans Moser in a ceremony that took place in Las Vegas, symbolically bridging her European roots with American-style entrepreneurial ambition. But this wasn't just a marriage, it was the formation of a creative and business partnership that would revolutionize European adult entertainment. Moser recognized Teresa's screen presence, but more importantly, he saw her business acumen. Together, they began planning something unprecedented, a female-controlled adult film production company that would challenge every convention of the industry. She debuted in 1983 in the film Foxy Lady, directed by her then husband, Hans Moser. But Foxy Lady wasn't just Teresa's acting debut, was her declaration of intent. The Foxy Lady series was the flagship series for VTO, the video production company started by Orlowski and then husband Hans Moser. What made Foxy Lady revolutionary wasn't just its content, it was its production values, marketing strategy, and most importantly, who was calling the shots. While most adult actresses were employees, Teresa was becoming an owner. VTO would go on to become one of the largest and most successful adult video companies in the world during the late 80s and early 90s. This wasn't accidental success, it was strategic domination. Teresa and Hans created a company that prioritized quality production, sophisticated marketing, and international distribution at a time when most adult films were low-budget, poorly produced affairs. Orlowski would become a household name and is known as Queen of Germany. But Teresa's influence extended far beyond Germany. The VTO brand became synonymous with European adult entertainment, setting new standards for cinematography, set design, and storytelling that competitors struggled to match. What set Teresa apart wasn't just her on-screen presence, it was her understanding of business. While other performers were paid per scene, Teresa was building equity. She controlled her image, negotiated her contracts, and most importantly, owned the means of production. In an industry where women were typically commodified, Teresa commodified herself but on her own terms. Orlowski retired from performing in adult films in 1988, but continues to run VTO. This transition from performer to producer wasn't just a career move, it was strategic evolution. Teresa recognized that true power in entertainment came from controlling the narrative, not just appearing in it. While most of her contemporaries were fighting the digital revolution, Teresa was leading it. She starred in two early examples of interactive Mops Parade, 1994, and Teresa O, the CD-ROM edition, 1995. These weren't just adult films, they were multimedia experiences that combined video, gaming elements, and interactive technology decades before streaming platforms existed. Teresa understood what many entertainment executives missed. Technology wasn't the enemy of content, it was the future of content. Her CD-ROM projects weren't desperate attempts to stay relevant. They were calculated bets on emerging media that would eventually reshape all entertainment. This technological foresight revealed something crucial about Teresa's success. She wasn't just adapting to change, she was anticipating it. From VHS to CD-ROM to whatever came next, Teresa positioned herself at the intersection of technology and entertainment. Teresa's story intersects with larger cultural movements of the 1980s and 1990s, the women's liberation movement, the sexual revolution, the rise of entrepreneurship, and the democratization of media production. She represented something unprecedented, a woman who used sexuality as a business strategy rather than being exploited by it. But Teresa's success wasn't without controversy. Conservative critics condemned her work. Feminists debated whether she represented empowerment or exploitation, and industry insiders questioned whether a woman could truly control such a male-dominated business. Teresa's response was simple. She let her success speak for itself. The couple were married in a ceremony held in Las Vegas in 1982, but they divorced in 1989. Even personal setbacks didn't derail Teresa's business empire. She continued running VTO, proving that her success wasn't dependent on any single relationship or partnership. Teresa's influence extended beyond adult entertainment. She appeared in mainstream music videos, was referenced in popular culture, and became a symbol of female entrepreneurship in an era when such role models were rare. Her brand transcended the boundaries of any single industry. Today, in an era of OnlyFans, Patreon, and content creator economies, Teresa Orlowski looks prophetic. She understood platform ownership, personal branding, international marketing, and technology adoption decades before these concepts became mainstream business strategies. Her legacy isn't just about adult entertainment, it's about female agency in business, immigrant success stories, and the power of controlling your own narrative. Teresa showed that in any industry, success comes not from being the most talented, but from being the most strategic. The woman who escaped communist Poland with nothing built an international empire, adapted to technological change, and retired on her own terms. She proved that in any field, no matter how controversial, intelligence, ambition, and business acumen could overcome any barrier. Teresa Orlowski's story challenges us to reconsider our assumptions about success, sexuality, and female power. She turns societal judgment into business opportunity, controversy into marketing advantage, and personal agency into financial independence. Teresa Orlowski's journey from Polish refugee to European adult film queen isn't just a story of fame, it's a masterclass in entrepreneurship, adaptation, and strategic thinking. She didn't just work in an industry, she transformed it. What surprised you most about Teresa's story? Was it her business strategy, her technological foresight, or her ability to maintain control in a male-dominated industry? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Like this video if you enjoyed learning about this remarkable entrepreneur's journey. Subscribe to Universal Desires for more untold stories of icons who shaped entertainment, business, and culture. Hit the notification bell. We post new documentaries every Thursday and Sunday, diving deep into the lives of fascinating figures who changed their industries forever.